What's up, guys, and welcome back to That Chick Angel TV. It's me, Angel, and this is my 39-week pregnancy update. I am completely full term. This baby could legitimately come like later tonight if it wanted to. I cannot believe we're here. But before I jump into all the stuff that I wanted to update you all on, make sure you hit that subscribe button below, as well as the notification bell, so you can be notified when I upload new footage, like the pregnancy vlog, not the pregnancy vlog, but the labor and delivery vlog. You're gonna want to see that. Yeah, you are. So what's going on with me at 39 weeks? So as I told you all with the 38-week pregnancy update, which if you haven't checked out, make sure you look at that. I was having all these symptoms that was making me think, oh my God, this baby is on its way. When I tell you that all of those symptoms stopped abruptly, I was cramping before. I'm no longer cramping. I was having like severe diarrhea, like feelings that I needed, that I was going to have diarrhea. I'm not having that. I am definitely regular, but I know that's TMI, but your digestive system does give you a lot of signals about whether or not you're going into labor. I have, in the past 2 days, actually experienced my Braxton Hicks, meaning my stomach tightening in the front, but there being no pain. So as I was trying to tell my best friend and you all in the last update, I was having actual like cramps, painful like menstrual cycle cramps last week. This week is, honest to God, Braxton Hicks. No pain, just the tightening of my stomach. My whole entire tummy getting very, very tight. Which feels less labor-like than the menstrual cramps that I was having last week. The baby is still moving around a lot, which is great. Trying to make sure I keep complete like awareness of that, just to make sure the baby never gets into stress. We went to the doctors on Monday. Heartbeat was great. I went ahead while I was there, because my doctor's office and my hospital are literally across the street from each other. I went ahead and pre-admitted myself to the hospital that we're going to deliver the baby at. And what I mean by that, because one of my girlfriends was having her first baby. She didn't know, she wasn't aware of this. And I figured, you know what, maybe I should tell my fam what that is, just in case they've never had a baby or they're having their first. Is usually when you take your hospital tour of the hospital that you think or you're planning on having your baby at, they will give you all the paperwork that you would need to fill out to be admitted to the hospital. And you can go ahead and fill all of that out and turn it in prior to you actually arriving to have your baby. That way you're not having to like get out your insurance card and having your spouse fill out paperwork that a lot of times your spouse doesn't even know the answers to. Because when it comes to who my primary care physician is and a lot of other things, my husband is completely unaware of. Now, typically I would have already had this stuff filled out, but because Marcus had started a new job 3 months ago, I knew that we would have a secondary insurance that I could put on my admissions form that became effective as of as of July 1st. So I wanted to wait until that insurance became effective so that I could add that to my admissions paperwork. So all of that's taken care of, so I can feel confident that on the day we can just walk up in there, go up to labor and delivery, and get this thing popping. The other thing that I am actually doing today is I'm going to type out my actual birth plan. Now, a lot of people don't do a birth plan, especially if they don't mind being medicated, or a lot of people, I want to say, who are having a cesarean, they might not, even though you can still have a plan in which you would like for the hospital to adhere to, if at all possible. We had a birth plan for little Marcus that went from sugar to shit really quickly. So we're going to try again this time. And things that I'm going to be putting in my birth plan are, one, I do not want an IV. And if it is against hospital policy, I will allow at least a hemp lock. And that is the thing where they go ahead and put the needle in your vein, but they shut it off. But there's no like tube. You're not connected to a machine. I don't want an IV unless I need an IV. And you don't actually need an IV when you are in labor and delivery. They do it as a like precaution. And I don't want anything in my arm if I don't need to have it in my arm. So that's one thing. I'm also going to put on there that I do not want them to offer me any medication. I will ask if I want it. I'm fully aware of what there is out there, the Stay All, the Cervidil, like all of the stuff that they can do to either move my labor and delivery along or to lessen the perception of pain, the what's that thing that goes in your back, epidural. I'm fully aware of what my options are when it concerns those. I don't want them to be offered to me. I would like to be able to ask for them. So just making that known to the nursing staff, because I know a lot of times they offer it, figuring that majority of women in America do take some sort of medication during their labor and delivery process. That's fine. I just don't want it offered to me, especially in a moment of weakness. I would like to be able to try to do this completely unmedicated. I also want to be checked the least amount possible, meaning vaginally checked, when they stick your hand up there to figure out how far along you are. Those are extremely painful, and they're especially extremely painful if you have no pain medication in your body. And while I know the checks are necessary, they don't have to do as many when you are doing a natural labor and delivery. Usually, because these nurses are very well trained, that's what we're praying, they usually can tell the signs of you moving up in dilation without actually sticking their hand up in you. So just waiting for the signs to then check, to be able to be like, oh, you know what? She's talking about her stuff is on fire. More than likely, she is at 9 to 10 centimeters. You know what I'm saying? So, one, them going up there least amount of times. First, obviously, less pain. Two, less chance of infection. I don't want my water to be broken, if at all possible. If there is the baby's in distress, obviously, a lot of these requests I'm making go out the window. This is if my labor and delivery are progressing at a very natural, safe rate. But I am like fully aware of and fully on board if things are going the wrong way, to adhering to their knowledge and expertise. But I fully believe that labor and delivery is a natural process and not a process that necessarily needs medical intervention. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't. And I can say that a lot of times hospitals just believe that it does. And I don't want to go into mine like that. So basically, those are like the big things. After the pregnancy, the hospital policy, after the delivery, this hospital policy fits my policy of the golden hour, letting me do, just have the baby on me before they go, prodding and doing all this stuff. I'm not going to do the hepatitis shot in the hospital. The baby will get the vitamin K and the stuff that goes in the eye, but the hepatitis vaccine will wait until the baby's just a little bit older. They usually do that in the hospital. Hepatitis is something you can only get via blood transfusion or sex. And being that I don't think my baby is going to need either one of those anytime in the near future, I'm going to hold off before that vaccine is given. I am a vaccinator, but I am a delayed vaccinating parent. I'm not one that's on the let's do it right now, especially because my kids don't really go to daycare. The twins, they didn't experience a daycare experience until they were 2 years old. This baby more than likely won't experience it anytime soon. So because of that, most of my pediatricians are completely on board with, you don't have to get your baby vaccinated right here, right now on this schedule. So I like to hold things off. Just give this child a chance to live off of my breast milk, which offers its own immunization. And we will do all the shots once you toughen up a little bit. And then this hospital, but I keep an eye on this, making sure they don't try to give my baby formula. As long as I'm healthy and I'm not like pumped full of drugs or there's nothing happening with my body, I would prefer to be exclusively breastfeeding my child. I don't want to introduce any unnatural foods to this baby until the baby's 6 months. Well, and even unnatural at 6 months, I mean, like, I don't want to offer it anything that's not breast milk until it's 6 months. That's just my philosophy. I think I've covered it all. If we have a boy, he will get circumcised. We are a circumcised family. That is what we do. I know some people who are not for it. I know a lot of people are moving towards that. we be clipping these penises. If it's a girl, we're just going to be looking at her hoo-ha, trying to figure out how to clean it, because we haven't had to do that in this house besides mine. And I know I don't have no infant hoo-ha. Like, it's going to be a little different. So we will see. I have been in full nesting mode here lately. I cleaned all the baby's clothes. I washed it. I got the draft. We bought the dresser for the baby. We just bought a cheap, like $160 dresser that's sitting in our room. We're not doing a nursery for this baby. We are doing everything really low-key for this child. I realized we just had way too much crap for all of our other kids. Like, you end up buying into this whole thing of what baby necessities and essentials are, and you realize this is just stuff taking up space. So literally, there's a bassinet beside the bed. I have my little boppy, the thing that I rest the baby on when the baby's awake, inside that bassinet, and I'll use that when we're in the room. I have another bassinet that'll be like in the house, the main area of the house, and that one currently has my breastfeeding pillow in that. And then the baby has a bunch of onesies and diapers. We're not cloth diapering this time. We'll be using disposables because my husband is not on board to cloth diaper. So I'm about to give away all the cloth. I mean, I have a huge trash bag full of cloth diapers that we use for little Marcus and the twins that I'm going to give away here soon. What else? Maybe let me know if you all want me to do a giveaway on the channel of those cloth diapers. They're used, but they're good. Like, cloth diapers are used. Like, once your baby uses them, they're used. So let me know if you all want to do that. Only thing I need to do before this baby comes, for real, is get my eyelashes done and my toes done, and then I'll feel ready. All right, guys. Sorry if this thing seems so like chopped up and like in weird like because the kids kept interrupting me, because they don't care that I'm filming. They just don't care. And my brain is just going, oh, it's going so fast. It's going so fast. Is there anything else I left off? Oh, I'm about to do meal prep for after the baby comes. That's it. I think that's it. If I can, I'll try to make sure I film that. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. Hopefully this made sense. If it didn't, I'm sorry. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you're following me on Instagram because there'll be updates over there, as well as subscribed over here. And also Facebook. Get me on all those platforms because I don't always share the same stuff on each of the platforms. So if you don't want to miss out, go ahead, click on all that stuff. All right, this baby is moving and hurting me, or either I'm having a contraction. We'll find out here soon. All right, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be blessed.
A boss, a wife, a mama, 3. Yo, she's comedy. Come get your life. Join the